Hey everybody, it's the old sports editor Ronnie Gallagher, and we're here for another edition of the Sundrop Roaming the County show. Now, where else would we roam but East Rowan? We've been down here about the entire year. You know, the season's winding down. There's only 2 teams left. We're going into the 3rd round of the playoffs. Salisbury will be going to High Point Andrews this week. It'll be number 1 seed versus number 2. And then you got our East Rowan Mustangs. They'll be going down to Concord, who defeated West Rowan last week. The 2 teams have already played this year. In Concord won, but as Glenn Padgett said in the newspaper last week, it's a different East Rowan team now. That was early in the season, and the Mustangs are very confident. So we're going to talk about that game, and we're going to find Danny Misenheimer, the coach. We're going to drink some Activate, Sundrop's new drink. We're going to get Jordan Phillips out here. He's this week's Friday night hero, and we're going to have a good time. We're going to dance with Sundrop Maggie because it's a time to dance. We're in the big dance. So let's go find Danny Misenheimer. All right, we found Danny Misenheimer, East Rowan coach. You know, we've already talked about playing Concord, and they beat West Rowan last week. You played them early in the season. What's going to be the difference this time?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that our team is much better at this point in the year. Personnel-wise, we're different on defense. We have some folks playing in different spots. First game, Dustin Mallory was in a rotation of about 4 or 5 guys. Now he's playing most every down. Austin Hill was rotating in at linebacker. Now he's playing full-time defensive end. And so, you know, we have some guys that have really stepped up and playing their key spots now.
Yeah, let's talk about the win over Rockingham County. They scored first, but nobody ever thought the Mustangs were going to lose that game.
No, and that's what we're trying to teach these kids. We've never been here before, but confidence breeds confidence, and that's the one thing we've been telling our guys the whole time is that it doesn't matter who doesn't believe in you, as long as you know who does. That's all that really matters.
You know, I was laughing with the basketball coach, Trey Ledbetter. He hadn't got his players yet, and he says, you know what, that's the greatest thing ever.
Absolutely. You know, I hope he doesn't have them for a couple more weeks, quite honestly, them and wrestling both. But, you know, our kids are doing a great job. They're working extremely hard, and, you know, we're thankful to be where we are.
How do you stop B.J. Beecher?
A lot of pressure often, and, you know, it's kind of hard to throw a pass from on the ground. So that's kind of our goal. You know, obviously we want to play clean and between the whistles, but we need to make every hit count. We need to play sound defense, whether we're in zone or man. We got to keep their receivers in check. We also had to stop the run last time. We did a pretty good job keeping to 175 yards passing, but we gave up close to 300 yards rushing, and that can't happen ever. So we have to do a better job of making sure that we're doing all areas of defense, and also turnovers on offense. You know, our best defense this week could be our offense. We stay on the field, they don't, then it makes it hard for them to score. So turnovers are going to play a big key in this game. And one thing we're preaching all week is that you got to end every possession with a kick, whether it be a PAT or a punt.
Well, good luck to you, Danny.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we're here with Friday night hero Jordan Phillips, former quarterback, receiver now, kicker. The big question is, we all know how good a receiver you are. How'd you start kicking?
Just messing around one day in practice, and coach saw it and said I should be a kicker.
Well, I mean, when you go out there, do you feel comfortable doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel fine doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've always kicked, just never like that in front of people.
Yeah. You know, you were a quarterback, and then all of a sudden you're a receiver. How did you make that transition? A lot of guys who play quarterback go, I don't want to change from quarterback, but was it easy for you?
Oh, yeah. Like, I never really was comfortable playing quarterback. I was always more of a receiver anyway. But I just kind of got stuck there last year and went with it.
Well, now this year you've really had a good season receiving the ball from Sam Wyrick. Tell me what it's like, what kind of rapport y'all have together.
It's great. Like, we have amazing chemistry. Me, him, and Seth, all of us. Like, we all know exactly where the ball's going to be, when it's going to be there, and everything. Yeah. Now,
I know you had like a 30-yard touchdown catch the other night. Tell us about that.
Well, I think he just thought he had me wrapped up, and he arm tackled, and I just kept my feet chopping and got through it.
You know, a lot of people didn't know how it was going to be against Rockingham County because no one knew anything about them. But you want to talk about the mindset you had in that game and what kind of mindset you've got going into Concord?
Oh, we knew we could beat them. We're confident enough to where we think we can run our stuff and beat anybody out there. We feel we should have beat them the first time we played them. But
Yeah. What's going on out there at Easter Away from one win, because you were part of that last year, to now? I mean, what's happened?
The mentality's changed. Coach Misenheimer has completely changed it, and we're just used to winning now.
Well, you remember in the summer when he was telling us that we can work harder than everybody, and everybody says, well, are they really going to buy into it? Did you guys buy into it from the start?
Oh, yeah, and it's showing. Yeah. We're third round of state playoffs after a one-win season.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Right. Well, Jordan, good luck to you against the Spiders. Oh, and one more thing. Yeah. Are you ready to dance with Sundrop Baggy?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's do it.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, drop it.
'Cause I got it going on. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.